we finished off right there around Thanksgiving with the playoffs, and so it's good to be talking about football again. It's been too long. Excited about the recruiting class, and I'm going to be brief with what I'm saying, and I'll answer questions, but really excited about the recruiting class. We had 33 guys walk on senior day. We've got 28 guys on the line, 28 new guys committed to coming. Excited about the group we have. Feel like we filled a lot of needs. Got a lot of guys in state, but as we talked about last year, if we need to go out of state and get guys, we'll do that. So proud of the class, proud of the work our staff did, how hard they worked, how diligent they went about their business, and it's an exciting time. Really excited about this group. So what do we have?
Well, what excites you most about the group? Any particular position? And a lot of receivers in there.
Yeah, a lot of receivers, which I felt like that was one of the areas we needed to address. We needed to improve if we wanted to try to win 15 games, which that's our goal. The things I talked about last year is I wanted guys that could score touchdowns, and I thought we tried to address that last year. We tried to address it again this year. We need more guys to score touchdowns, but the receiver group is good. I felt like we needed to bring in some offensive linemen. I think we had a really good group of offensive linemen coming in, tight ends. I think we got 2 guys definite, possibly 4 guys that could be tight ends. And, with what Evan Wick and Nate Atkins did for us last year, I think people understand I like to utilize tight ends, and as we keep growing defensively, got a good group of defensive linemen, got some guys that can rush off the edge, but also got some real potential guys in the secondary, and we needed that. And we addressed our kicking situation. First time in 31 years I've ever signed a kicker, so we got 2 of them in this class. So I'm excited about that.
People are going to see the kid that came coming in from Mississippi State and say, big school guy coming in. What do you expect out of him?
I expect him to play well.
Big guy.
He's a big guy. There's no question about it. And had some level of success there, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason, and was ready to make a change. And it worked out well because at one time he was actually committed to us at Florida State. When I was at Florida State, decommitted from us and ended up going to Mississippi State. So I had a little bit of a relationship with him in the past, plus he played with Karan, so there was a little bit of a natural connection that way. So good to get him on board. Good to have him in school now and be able to go through spring practice.
The quarterback situation, you got a guy that they kind of put up a little bit later in the day. Is he a guy that you were going after from the start?
He's the guy we started recruiting in January, to be honest with you. Excited about him. I love his athleticism. I love the way he's wired. Good football player. And then, I think we got 4 guys in this recruiting class that actually played high school quarterback. I like recruiting guys that are used to having the ball in their hands. I think the guys we signed will be able to help us out, and expect them to come in and be a factor.
Do you see the quarterback race, it's going to be as wide open as we expect, or is there somebody else that might be coming in at a later date?
I'm not going to close the door on anybody at any position at a later date. I think anything is possible. It's going to be a wide open race, and we'll see who gives us the best chance to win. I don't anticipate the race or the competition being completed or won by the time we finish spring practice. I anticipate it going on into August, and hopefully it'll be completed in August. But if it goes on into September, it'll go on into September. But whoever gives us the best chance to win football games is going to be our guy.
We kind of know this from what's gone on, but Logan's not coming back for sure, right?
Logan is not coming back.
Was there anything philosophically that led to 27 high schoolers versus I think just 1 transfer?
Well, again, I had 33 guys go through senior day, so I had a lot of spots on my roster to fill. I love maturity. Okay, if you can get transfers that can come in, bring some maturity, some experience to the program, that's a great thing. But high schoolers are here 4 years. They're able to play 4 years. there's no question I want to win. I want to win right now. But to build the program to where I want it to be, it's got to be able to maintain and sustain. And you don't do that by taking 1 or 2 year guys all the time. It's nice to have 1 or 2 year guys that can fill holes. Don't get me, and sometimes you got to do that. But over the long term, if I can get guys that are into my program for 4 years, we're going to be much better off in the long run. And that's what I want. I'm not looking for short-term, fast answers as a whole. Now, don't get me wrong. If I can find the right guys, I'll take guys with 1 year or 2 years. But I want to build the program around 4 year guys.
When you were recruiting, how much did being in the playoffs help? And how much did the fact that you weren't afraid to play freshmen last year help those you guys know they have a chance to come in and play right away?
Well, I think success breeds success, Joe. There's no question about that. So being in the playoffs helped. If we can follow it up and have another good year this year, it will help even more. A lot of times, by the time you get to the playoffs, you're looking towards the end of February or end of November. A lot of the kids you're recruiting in this class have already made up their mind. So hopefully the success we had last year will get us in some young men's thought processes and everything else, and then you follow it up with another good year, then you truly start reaping the benefits. And that's, success breeds success, but it's harder to maintain. Once you've had a little bit, you got to stay hungry. You can't get complacent. And that's one thing I thought our staff did a great job of going out and recruiting hard and competing. You look at a lot of the kids we signed and who we were competing against. I mean, just this week we did lose a couple of commitments, but we lost one to Tulane. We lost one to Central Michigan. We're losing them to, FBS programs instead of other FCS competitors, especially within the same league. And, recruiting in this league is very competitive, as we know. But if we can compete against the Central Michigans or the Tulanes or the Akrons or Kent States or whoever it is for the type players we're getting, then I think we're recruiting the right guys.
I noticed with Hire, it says he started at Steinbrenner High School. I'm assuming that's in Tampa. I could be wrong and all that, but I'm just curious. Is he from Florida and moved to Tennessee?
You know what? Honestly, I never asked him where he actually started high school at. I know he's played at Jeff County since I've known him. So.
All right. That's just my second question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, is there a philosophy mentioned FCS? I've talked to certain FCS coaches, and I've been told you still want to go after the top prospects. Maybe you're not going to get them, but there's always the hope that maybe it doesn't work out at the higher school. You can get them as a transfer. Is that your philosophy as well?
Well, Mark, I want to recruit the best players that I feel like we can sign. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's nice if you're recruiting guys that you can sign. It works out, just like I mentioned, guy went to Tulane. Yeah. Now, he goes to Tulane, decides that's not for him. Maybe we're the next answer for him. But I'm not trying to recruit thinking about being a fallback school in 2 years. I'm trying to recruit to get the guys here right now, or get the guys here that we can build this program around for 4 years or 5 years.